Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to look at parish registers on the Links to the Past website. In this tutorial we're going to look at how to find parish registers on the website, the best way to look at the images of the parish registers on the website, and how to buy the images of the parish registers via the website. Now, before we get started on looking at actual parish registers, there's one thing I'd like to show you, which is the help section, and you can find that via the home page on the website. So just click on the help banner there and you'll find a section called how to search for parish registers. Just click on that and you'll find this PDF document, how to search for parish registers. Just click on the download button and in a few seconds it will download this PDF document. Now this gives you loads of information about looking at the parish registers and finding them, and at the end of the document you'll find there's an A to Z list of all the names, all the proper names of the parishes within Lincolnshire, and that's really useful because you will need the actual proper name of the parish that you're looking for. For instance, in Boston and Stamford and Lincoln and places like that, there's numerous different parishes within those places, and there's lots of little quirks and strange names in Lincolnshire, and you'll have to use exactly the right name in order to find what you're looking for with the search engine on a Links to Past website. So this A to Z list is really useful, and it's on this PDF document. So if we go back to the website, we'll go back to the home page by clicking on the banner there, Links to the Past banner logo. Now if you were to use this search engine at the top here, search facility at the top, you might not get too great a set of results, because Links to the Past covers not only what we have in the Lincolnshire archives, it covers all the Lincolnshire County Council collections. That includes museums, art galleries, libraries and so on, and you'd get swamped with results for each place if you were to do that. So what we need to do is to actually refer to the advanced search engine. So we just click on the advanced search. Now, using the box with the exact phrase, we're just going to put in first the name of the parish. I'm going to put in, as an example here, Scotton. So we just write in Scotton. There we go. And then we're going to put in the word PAR, abbreviation for parish. And this abbreviation covers all parish records. Now, parish records not only include the parish registers of baptisms, marriages and burials that we specifically want to look at here. It also includes all sorts of other documents such as tithe awards, over the sea of the poor records, vestry books, banns books, all manner of things. But the first series in any set of parish records are the parish registers. So we're going to just put in the number 1. So gap, then 1. Okay. Now if you see this written down in our catalogues at the archives, you'll usually see it as Scotton Par stroke 1. But the website just does not like hyphens or slashes or colons or anything, so don't use them. Just put in Scotton Par stroke 1. Okay. Now in the next box down, which is with at least one of the words, we're going to put in the type of records that we're looking for, either baptisms, marriages or burials. We'll use the example of baptisms in this case. So we're just going to put in the word baptisms. Here we go. Okay. Now coming down, we've got this section that says results format. There's two types of results you can choose. You can either choose records or images. I would strongly suggest that you go for records. Okay, I'll just click in there to show you how to change it but records will give you a more defined list of the registers that are available. If you go into images, you're going to get a lot of results. Lots of images are going to come up, and not necessarily in an order that is completely immediately understandable. So make sure you clicked onto the records and then press search. Okay, click on search. Give the website a moment or two just to bring up the appropriate information. Here we go, and we'll have a list of all the Scott and Parish registers there. As I was saying before, you've got it listed down as Scott and Par stroke 1, stroke 4 in this example. But as I say, the actual website doesn't like those slashes when you're putting it into the search engines. They don't use them. You'll notice that some of them, the items listed here, have photographs with them, and some don't. If you have a photograph next to the title, then you can look at the images of that register. If you don't have any of the photographs next to the title, then unfortunately you can't look at the images of that register. Okay. Now, as I say, we've got a long list here of different types of registers. We've got a general register, we've got baptisms registers, we've got marriage registers, and burial registers. Generally, before the middle of the 18th century, you have general registers. That's where all the marriages, baptisms, and burials all listed in the same book. In the mid to late 18th century, they tend to divide out, so you've got separate marriage books and burial books and baptism books. Okay, so we're going to find an example to use here. Let's say we look for some baptisms. Let's say, for example, we're going to have baptisms from 1830. So this is a volume from 1813 through to 1869. So the baptisms are 1830. So we'll just click on that. Okay, we can either click on the heading there or on the image, and we should get through to see the actual images of the volume itself. So we can click on the image or click on the title. So I'm going to click on the image here. Okay, so this is the front cover of the book. Okay, we're going to look through the book just as though we were looking at an ordinary book. Saying here that this book has got images of this book. There's 58 images of this book. We can either change pages by using the numbers along the top there, or we're going to jump to image, so we can jump to a much later date. I'm going to guess for 1830 we're going to need page 26. Now I do say page 26, and I say it all the time, but what I actually mean is image. So each image will be a 2-page spread within the book, just as though you're opening up a book and looking at it. So we're going to go for page 26. I've said it again, and it should be image 26. So just click on go, and there's image 26. Now that's 1831 to 1832. You can see that written at the top of the image there. Okay. So I'm just going to go a page earlier. I've said it again. It's the image earlier because it's a 2-page spread, and that's still 1831. You can see that. So I'm going to go again an image earlier, which is image 24, and we can see that's 1830. Now, not always is that 1830 going to be written at the top there, or the appropriate date I should say. It's going to be written at the top there. But if you can't see it, you can see the actual date on the actual parish register itself. Some earlier parish registers, it's going to be much more difficult to see, and the 16th century ones are much more difficult to spot. But you'll get used to it, and you'll find your way around. And they will give you the information whenever they can. They'll give you the date at the top there. Now, what you're going to see will always be in that box there. Okay, and we can make the image that we see bigger by 2 means. We can either use the slide on the toolbar to make it bigger and smaller, or we can just click, left click with the mouse, and that will make it bigger. Okay, you can see the oblong, the blue oblong there, just indicates where you are on the image. As you make it smaller and bigger, so the oblong becomes smaller and bigger as you'll see in a larger image. Okay. Now, as I say, you're always going to be confined to that box there, and people say that's far too small, which is a fair point. Okay, but there is a way we can get around that, and it's using the zoom level tool for the actual web page, the entire web page. Now, it depends which Internet Explorer you're using as to where this tool will be. This is Explorer 8, Windows Explorer 8, Internet Explorer 8, and it's down in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, with this little, where it says there's a looking glass and it's 100%, there's a little arrow to the side, and if we click that, you'll see with option of how big we want the web page to be. Now, I'm going to select 200% here. I find that's a very good size for looking at parish register pages, and straight away you can see the advantage of doing that, because we've got just the one page spread almost all the way across the page, the web page, so you can see it really quite large and really quite clear. Now, there are these watermarks, and they do disturb people. If you slightly change the size of the web page, the watermarks will move. It's fine in this example here, where it's quite very clear script, quite dark script. Other pages will be fainter, and it will cause a problem. Now, to move about the page, just hold your left clicker down on your mouse and drag the image to where you want to be. Just pull it and drag it around. Just keep that left clicker down and drag it around. Drag, 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 drag. Okay, remembering that blue oblong on the navigator there shows you where you are at any point in time. Okay. Now, I'm just going to change this back down to a different level. I should mention the zoom function, as I was saying before, it depends which web browser you're using. If you're using the new Windows Explorer 9, you'll find it's up in the top right hand corner. You'll find there's a little cog symbol up there somewhere, and if you press on that, it'll give you the zoom function again. If you're using a Mac or any other form of a computer, you'll find that there will be a zoom function somewhere to use. On the Windows ones, you'll also have the option of going Control plus and Control minus on your keyboard. Just press Control plus or Control minus on your keyboard, and it'll do the same function of making the web browser page bigger or smaller. Okay, now I'm just going to change this back to 100% so we can see the whole web page again. Okay, and we are now just going to look at buying images. Okay, now say you wanted to buy this page, all you need to do is to click on the Add to Basket function there at just above the image. Okay, just get my mouse to move here. Now, this applies to any kind of image that is on the website links to the past, whether it be a photograph or a inventory or a parish register. All you need to do is just click Add to Basket, which is just it there. Once you've added all the things you want to buy to your basket, just click on the basket at the top in the blue border there, and follow through the registering system as you would with any other website. Now, there's two options to buying images off the website. You can either buy them online, the technique we've just done, or you can buy them offline. That is to say, you can send in a form. Now, online, it costs £3.50 for most images. That's as of 2012. Other images cost more. Ordnance survey maps will be sent to you on a CD, and they cost about £15, I think it is. And most of the images are £3.50, and they will be sent to you by email. And as soon as we receive your order, as soon as we can, we'll send you the image back to you by email. But you can also buy offline. Now, the advantage of buying offline is that it's cheaper, and you also have the option of how you want the image to be. You can either have it as a paper copy, or copies on CD, or copies by email if you wish. If you're bulk buying, if you want to get a few different images, it is cheaper to do it with one of the forms here, and you'll find copies of the forms to download at the bottom of the page. Copy 1 is the one to use for most images that Lincolnshire Archives are involved with, such as parish registers. Just download the form, fill in your name and address. Don't forget to sign and date the copyright declaration section, and on the reverse of the form you'll find there's space to write in all the reference numbers and details of the items you want to order. It is cheaper if you're buying a few items to do it via the form and post the form to us. But it does take longer. You're talking sort of 3 to 4 weeks. We aim to finish all the orders within 4 weeks. Whereas if you were to order online, it's an express service, and that will come back to you as soon as possible. But it is more expensive. So if you want something fast, or you're ordering just a single item, then I'd recommend going for the online ordering system. If you've got time, and if you want to order a lot of stuff, or if you want to have the choice of how to order it, then I'd recommend downloading copy 1 order form, printing it off, filling it in, sending it in to us. It takes longer, but it's cheaper. Okay. So that's the end of the tutorial. I hope it's been helpful, and good hunting. Okay, bye now.